Bitch. This was the best episode of Beverly Hills in years. Like, oh my God, it was so juicy. Like, chef's kiss. My God. This episode needs to be nominated for an Emmy. Emmy consideration. Yes, I said it. With the ratings, it was a season high as well. Y'all might just have to sit back and relax because this might be a longer review than normal because there's so much to unpack. Let's get into it. So of course we left off in the last episode. It was a to be continued for some reason. And the ladies are all at Dorit's house because Sutton called a meeting to discuss Erica because Sutton has questions. So Sutton right now is being 100% honest. She even talked to her attorneys about this situation. And Sutton, I gotta say, she was getting on my nerves, but she has financial literacy and what can happen if Erica is implicated in any of Tom's mess. I'm sure none of these women want to be called to the stand, so I totally understand Sutton's concern. And then you have Erica's sheep like Dorit, Kyle, and Rinna with the most concerned looks on their faces. Because they know Erica is lying, but they don't want to say anything. I don't know what Erica has on them. Of course, Rinna asks Sutton, well, how does this affect you? And I'm like, well, the association with someone, say if that's R. Kelly. So if you're gonna publicly support R. Kelly, that says more about you. So I totally get it. This is a crime with victims. It's different with Teresa Giudice. Very similar to Jen Shah. That was victims in her crimes. So if you're publicly backing Jen, that means you're perfectly fine with what she did. Oops, Sutton goes to Lisa. I know you don't care about this, but I do. Child, we are only in the first 2 minutes. I'm gonna try to keep this under 30 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna try. We cut to Lisa in her confessional, wondering why Sutton is worried about her reputation than her friend. Lisa, shut up. Shut up. You knew Denise way longer than Erica, and now you're defending Erica to a T. Princesses worry about their reputations, and queens don't. Girl, if you don't get the hell out of here with that, who gave you that? That don't make a lick of sense. Sutton isn't the only one who's asked for legal advice. Kyle also did, as well as Dorit was talking to PK. We even see Dorit making sense in this. She understands Sutton's point. You can support Erica, but you gotta be careful because it can come off as you supporting the allegations. Sutton with the receipt and the tea. Oh my God, she got connections. Telling the ladies about some gossip in Tom's firm, about people leaving the firm because they knew something was going on. You know what, Sutton? I might have to forgive you for the beginning of the season because her and Garcelle are the MVPs so far. And there we have it. We have the first person in the cast that said they don't think Erica's telling the truth. Because these women is scared. Ooh, and they connecting the dots because of that bullshit story she told them about the car accident. She's like, oh yeah, well 3 years ago when it happened, that's when the mental decline started to happen. But Tom has been doing this Ponzi scheme for years, almost decades. This is juicy. Now all the ladies are talking about the coincidence that Erica's story about the mental decline lines up with Tom's lawyer's defense of him using the mental decline as an excuse. They're totally working together. They really are. So it means that she had knowledge of this. I'm just saying 2 + 2 = 4, and I'm not even good at math. I know what she was trying to say, but that sounds ridiculous. Child, Sutton is coming with the tea and the facts, and it's clearly bothering Rinna. Rinna looks like someone is putting a needle in her side right now. I think Lisa sees that her good homegirl is now being exposed for her many contradictions. And now it's going to be hard for her to defend it. No, Lisa Rinna did not try to bring up Denise in this conversation. So of course she says, I don't want to believe Erica until it's proven otherwise. And she really bring up Denise oh, what about Denise last year? Did you guys believe her? Most people said, no, she was just trying to protect her marriage. I don't know why she's bringing this up because comparing Denise and Brandy fucking to Tom Girardi and Erica stealing millions from orphans and widows, 2 different things, and one has legal ramifications. Nice try, Rinna. And Rinna is acknowledging the elephant in the room in her confessional, that it does look hypocritical, like how she held Denise's feet to the fire, but not holding Erica to the save. And she doesn't care. And that says a lot about her. Lisa's saying she don't know. Girl, have you read the articles? This is not like the Daily Mail or the Sun. This is like an accredited news source. Like, they have facts. They have Tom on camera saying he's broke and don't know where the money is. Also, Miss Dorit speaks up and says she doesn't believe in blind support. Okay. I hope she keep that same energy when she around Erica. Oh my God. Not Sutton taking out 3 pages of receipts on the allegations out of her purse and reading them aloud for all the ladies to hear. Wow, Nancy Drew is doing her homework. Ha! Girls, they spent it. Go ahead on Sutton. My opinion on Sutton is a complete 180 from my earlier videos, but she is killing it right now. Ignorance is not an excuse. Let's say that again, class. Ignorance is not an excuse. You have over $20 million put into your account by Tom's firm, and you just spending it? Like, she had to sign for this money. Like, it's documented. And y'all know the tea came out yesterday of them showing what she spent the $20 million on. $14 million on an Amex. But that's tea for another day, y'all. Let me get into this review. So after hearing all this tea, all the ladies agree that they need to confront Erica about these allegations and wonder, did she actually know about it? Now that they know that there's proof that money from Tom was put into her business. So the next time all the ladies are meeting is at Kyle's Christmas dinner. I gotta say though, I gotta hand it to Erica for still being able to film throughout the entire season. Low key, she probably need the money because she gonna be broke after this. So the next scene we're with Garcelle, and Garcelle, I love you, I really do. Your presence on this show is amazing. She's having family time, but I'm gonna fast forward through this and get to the tea. Like in this, they're having good dinner. She's talking about her Haitian heritage. She's talking about her relationship with her son. And that's about it. So fast forward. Next scene, we see all the ladies getting ready for Kyle's Christmas dinner. We're with Dorit now with her glam squad. And she's on FaceTime with Kyle, who is also getting ready with the glam squad. Oh, to be rich. So while Kyle is on FaceTime with Dorit, Kyle lets Dorit know that Teddy is coming over. Dorit's reaction, oh my God. And my reaction is, why, Kyle? Kyle, why do you want to bring Teddy? Why? Stop trying to make fetch happen. Like, I get it that Teddy's now her homegirl, but Kyle is just using Teddy because Teddy is like her Gretchen Wiener to her Regina George. Teddy could stay her ass home. So now they're both wondering, is Erica even going to show up to the dinner or not? And Kyle says, do you think she know that we all met up? I think she definitely knew. I think Lisa Rinna gave her a heads up. I guarantee you Lisa Rinna gave her a heads up. And it's shitty because I know Lisa wouldn't have did that for her homegirl Denise. I feel like I've mentioned Denise's name every single episode of this season so far. So now we're at Kyle's house. I mean, say what you want about Kyle, but she definitely knows how to host. Like, she is telling all those Mexican women in her kitchen what to do. She also wants to make sure that we know that she actually cooked the food and not her staff. The best thing about reviewing Beverly Hills is we can review the looks. Now, Garcelle is the first one to arrive. I actually like what she's wearing. This is very Parisian. Parisian. I thought I was going to have this in a French accent, but I guess I failed. This is an outfit I could see someone wearing in Paris. So Garcelle looks so good. I like this outfit. She definitely makes what Kyle's wearing look plain. Is that what Kyle's going to wear? I think it is. It's so nice seeing Garcelle and Kyle get along. I actually like their friendship. They've really come a long way. And here come Teddy walking through the door. I mean, looking plain Jane as always. I don't know, like, I don't have nothing against Teddy. I just don't think she's good for this show. I just think she's boring, she's a wannabe, and she's annoying. That's all. Everybody's reaction to Teddy. Garcelle's reaction, hi, Teddy. Oh my God. Cut to Garcelle in her confessional. The producer's asking her, what's your deal with Teddy? I don't know, She's just annoying. We see each other like a little gnat. Damn, not a gnat, Garcelle. She knew what she said was messy. That's why she was laughing. In walks Lisa Rinna, and I gotta say she looks chic. And anytime she changes that 20-year-old hairstyle she has, she looks really good. I don't know why she doesn't use this hair more often. Maybe the 20-year-old hairstyle that she normally has, maybe that's just like her everyday wig. And she was the only one with the genuine reaction of happiness to see Teddy. Dorit arrives looking chic as always. I mean, it's Dorit. So in walks Kathy Hilton, my fave, just giving Martha Stewart chic. We already know this woman is worth mega millions. She doesn't need to dress to impress these bitches. I'm ready to have a gorilla? What does that mean? I mean, maybe it means like, don't have a cow, man. Y'all remember that? My 90s kids? Like, maybe it's like, don't have a gorilla. I don't know. Oh, we got a little cameo from Kim Richards. I really wish she was on this season, at least in a friend capacity. Wait a minute, why are we doing flashbacks for Teddy? She's not even a friend to the show. She's like a cameo appearance. Can we switch out Teddy for Camille? I prefer Camille. So Crystal arrives and she better work. She's giving sexy chic this time. I like Crystal, by the way. I don't know why Alex doesn't or some other people. I love her on Beverly Hills right now. So Sutton arrives and, this green dress and whatever fur or fox you have on your neck, I'm not feeling it. I think she needs to stick to those little blazer dresses. They really are flattering for her. So of course, all the ladies are there except Erica. I feel like, did the producers tell her to get there as late as possible? I could see that. So Erica pulls up in Kyle's driveway. I was kind of surprised that she drove herself. She looks very modest. Definitely not Erica Jane. She's giving Erica Girardi with this look. She looks cute though. And the way she got out of her car, she looks so defeated. It actually reminded me how I used to live in Atlanta and got out of my car on my way to work. And I was like, oh, here we go. I'm here for 6 hours waiting on these motherfuckers. I guess I'll leave. Like, damn, she doesn't look thrilled at all for this. When Erica sees the other ladies, she's just giving me calculated tea already. Kyle offered her a drink and she's like, oh, well, I drove so I can't drink. She made sure that she didn't drink, so maybe she didn't say anything because it looks like she's prepared to be grilled. That's what it seems. It's almost like she's acting like she knew the other ladies met up without her. Especially how she greets Sutton and Garcelle. Like, I don't even think she goes up to hug them. Also, this is Garcelle's first time seeing Erica since Erica blew up on her. Yeah, there's something about the way Erica's acting right now. She knows something's up. Lisa definitely told her ass, these chicks was talking about you, they don't believe you, and be prepared to be grilled at Kyle's Christmas dinner. Did anybody else notice when someone went up to hug Erica, Erica called her handsome? I call shade on that. Also, it seems like things are still awkward between Garcelle and Erica. Garcelle said she didn't even speak to her when she walked in. Like, she said, yeah, she winked at me, but we didn't really speak. So the ladies make their way to the dinner table. Kyle, I'm looking at this food and it looked like it needs some salt. Where the mac and cheese? Where the stuffed peppers? Like, Lord. I know Garcelle ate before she came. So as all the ladies talking at the dinner table, Erica starts by talking about her situation in like a light way, where, you know, we can like, yeah, at least you're healthy. And then we get into it a little bit more seriously and she says, you know, every day it's something. And then the questions start. Ooh, and clue number one, when Dorit says, you must be blindsided by everything that comes out. And then Erica says, yes, I am. So she don't know nothing about the stories that's coming out. Okay, I know these news outlets reach out to her for comment or let her know. I find it very hard to believe she don't know those articles are coming out. So then Sutton finally speaks, and it's kind of awkward that Erica is sitting right next to her. But then, you know, she hears that she's blindsided. So Sutton says, but are you really blindsided of the news that's coming out? Erica already got some attitude in her voice. Like, I think she knew that what was coming and what Sutton said about her. I really think she knew. But she says that she had no idea about the articles coming out and she didn't get no heads up. She lying. She lying. I do not have access to lawsuits before they hit the press. I can't wait to go to Reddit and read that contradiction. And Sutton brings up the LA Times article. It is so tense right now. When I first watched this, I was on the edge of my seat, y'all. So now they're talking about the obvious contradiction of Tom's mental decline in 3 years, but the burn victims' allegations 10 years ago. She said the reason she didn't know about that because it's just recently being litigated right now. Okay, and then Sutton finishes with, right, January 2020. I read it. Sutton came prepared. Oh, and Dorit is backpedaling and pussy popping at this dinner table. So she had all that rah-rah to say with Sutton, but now she's saying no one is trying to pry. And Garcelle's like, that's not what you said. That's not what you said last night. Sutton with the receipts and Garcelle holding everybody accountable for what they said. I love it. They have the dream team right now. Ooh, right after Garcelle says that, it's just like a pin drop at the table, and then Erica's confusion. It's so good, y'all. I'm gaining weight just looking at it. It's so fattening. The only person it seemed that was in full support of Erica, blind support, was Lisa Rinna. Kyle looked like she was on the fence. But yeah, Dorit, I'm glad you're being called out. So Garcelle called Dorit out on her shit. And then Dorit proceeds to throw Sutton under the bus. Well, Sutton had all us meet up to talk about this. Damn. And then you have Erica. Dorit dirty for that. So now Sutton looks like she was blindsided just now, especially the look in her eyes she's giving Dorit just now. So she's explaining that to Erica, and Erica's saying, oh, so you guys just had a committee just now to talk about this. Erica's trying so hard to keep her cool. That's why she didn't drink. She's trying very hard to keep her cool with Sutton right now. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. Kyle jumped in, and especially Lisa Rinna. Wow. Now, I will say Sutton isn't as rah-rah either. She's a little timid right now, but she's still speaking up. Dorit is a complete backpedal. I don't like how it's looking right now because it looked like Erica's sheep is going after Sutton. Lisa is really coming for Sutton right now, trying to hold her to the fire now. Ooh, that Rinna ain't shit. Never been shit, but she really ain't shit right now. So Sutton says she talked to an attorney about it, and Erica's like, you talked to an attorney about me? She said, of course I did. And Garcelle, thank you for speaking up, because she's like, oh, I don't think she's the only one that talked to an attorney. Hold these hoes accountable, because they were saying something completely different at Dorit's. Erica then asked the table, well, who else got a legal opinion? Now, the ladies better think smart, because they looking at each other now. Kyle, speak up. Dorit, speak up. Because y'all tried and trying to put this all on Sutton just now. Ooh, thank God for Garcelle. These ladies are backpedaling and pussy popping. So Dorit admits that she talked to her husband, and she's like, well, I just want to let you know, I mean, we do believe you, but you got to look at the... Kyle's like, well, I spoke to Faye's husband, who's a lawyer, and he said there's no way that Erica knew. So Sutton says that she's just protecting herself. And Erica, I know that triggered something. She's like, well, how did you protect yourself? I get it. Erica is so cold and intimidating. So I get Sutton's reaction right now. And then Kyle jumps in, you got to be very clear. Wow, these ladies ain't shit. This is some mean girl. This is so entertaining, y'all. They are really throwing Sutton under the bus right now. Ooh, and the real question. She asked her about the $20 million that went to her LLC. Garcelle is telling the truth in her confessional. It's just all very surface with Erica, and it seems like she's not even mad at Tom. Garcelle said she need Perry Mason. Not Perry Mason. What y'all know about that? Perry Mason, Matlock, Columbo? I think Sutton's doing a good job questioning because she's still trying to be sensitive to what Erica's going through. It is very different from how she was talking earlier at Dorit's, but at least she's asking the question still. Clue number 2, y'all. Erica said that she had no idea of her own books for her own business. Really? Really? She didn't take care of the books for her own LLC. Erica is definitely bothered by Sutton right now with her little quips she's saying, like you clearly read the article. She says she doesn't know where the $50 to $80 million cash went. Only Tom would know that. So Dorita's saying a little bit, but she's handling Erica with kid gloves right now. She's saying these are just some serious charges, there's victims involved, and it really just depends, like we're just wondering, like, did you know anything? Or were you just complicit with it? And that word definitely triggered a response in Erica. And ooh, she's angry. She's definitely angry right now. Ooh, you're so angry. We hear Sutton in her confessional saying how disappointed she is in Dorit. I think that's the one who left her spine home. Oh, Teddy, shut up. We do not want to hear what you say. We do not. Shut up. Everyone's worried about themselves. No one's worried about you. Why are you here? You don't even go here. Why are you here? Shut up. You shut up and listen. Why did they even mic this woman? Of course she's going to defend Erica. Of course she is. All up her bush. Didn't your friend Erika Jayne embarrass your ass 2 years ago when you questioned her about lying? Yes, Teddy, a big portion of people had lawsuits at this table, but not at the magnitude of Erika Jayne's. And yes, it does affect the other ladies because they can be subpoenaed on what Erica told them. So Sutton asked her another tough question that we the viewers all want to know is, has she been talking to Tom's counsel or attorneys in what to say in the matter? And she says no, but of course she's going to say no. Whole table is silent. You didn't talk to an attorney about what to say? Girl. So now it looks like Dorit is backpedaling again and saying, like, I think we're just asking too many questions here. Girl, you were the one who wanted the answers. Dorit is being fake as fuck right now, and it's annoying me. I'm Garcelle at that table. I'm rolling my eyes at this situation. These women are clearly trying to protect Erica. No one is worried about the victims. They think Erika Jayne is the victim. Garcelle finally speaks up and she gives an example of a story of her sister, dealing with a lawyer about a kidney transplant that went wrong and she didn't get her money. So she really relates to the victims and she's like, if this is what Tom did, then fuck Tom. Give Garcelle a raise. She is earning this check. Clue number 3, y'all. So right after Garcelle says that, she goes to protect Tom. How? Like the evidence just speaks for itself, but she's using the defense that his attorneys are by saying that, oh, well, his decline, and I'm thinking that's where it started. No, he's been scamming people for over 10 years. We're dealing with a man who is diminished. Bullshit. Tom knew full well what he was doing. Dorit makes an annoying comment at the table saying that, well, I support you, and I think most of the people at this table support you, and Garcelle has had it. She has had it. She rolled her eyes. She's like, is this a competition? It also looked like Dorit was trying to throw anyone who had the hard questions for Erica under the bus by saying they don't support her. And I would be just as annoyed as Garcelle. And in this particular moment, what Garcelle said is what I really love. She was like, you'll be okay. The most important people though in this though is the victims. And I think this is the first time someone actually brought up the victims as the most important in this case. Not Erica. Erica isn't the victim. Erica's like, yeah, the victims need to be taken care of. That's the first time I heard her say this. Cause it just seemed like ever since the shit hit the fan that Erica and her friends, the sheep, are only concerned about Erica in this. So I'm really glad Garcelle got her to admit that. Oh, I haven't heard it. Talk your shit, Garcelle. All the ladies are gagged. Dorit's like, really? Yes, bitch, really. You didn't say nothing about the victims. You worried about Erica. Oh, now you're last in this, Erica? I have not heard her say anything about the victims. Anything. First, she was talking about how Tom was mean to her, and then another article comes out talking about what Tom did. I'm worried about Tom. Like he's falling apart in front of my eyes. He's diminishing. I haven't heard anything about the victims. So Erica is finally acknowledging the victims, and then she said, but first we gotta find out what this man did, her husband. And then Sutton interjects and says, do you think we'll ever find out? Stopped in her tracks, and then Kathy had to finish it. They'll get to it. I mean, if Tom say he ain't got no money, and Erica don't know where the money is, then how the victims gonna get paid? Erica again is trying to make herself the victim and tell the whole table that she doesn't need anybody to hold her hand. Like, if you believe me, if you support me, that's fine. If you don't, if you have questions or if you feel uncomfortable being around me, that's fine too. I think at this point, she knows who has her back and she knows who, I don't even want to say don't have her back, but is at least holding her accountable to what she's told all of them, because it's a lot of contradictions. But yeah, I can see her being cold to Garcelle, to Crystal, and Sutton. Sutton especially. Oh, girl. Dorit. Oh. Can someone drop a piano on her? Oh, I hope to God that, like, he blesses you. I hope you find the way that you can get through this. I thought she was going to take out a Bible. She was literally looking at the sky, talking about God. Girl, if you don't get the fuck with that shit. Oh, Kathy Hilton again. Kyle says, well, I just feel bad all the questions. Kathy's like, it's good practice. She's such a joy. Keep her on this show, Bravo, please. Even Erica laughed at that. So now the questioning is over. I think Kyle wants to get dessert. Erica looked like she had enough. I wouldn't be surprised if she leave right after this. Okay, so they move into the living room and they having dessert. Erica's still there. I bet you're so tired. Girl, I bet the victim's tired too. Meanwhile, we have Sutton and Dorit in a separate room, and Sutton confronts her saying, I think you threw me under the bus. And Dorit disagrees with her. Girl, roll the tape. Roll the tape. Dorit knows what she did. Sutton is calling her out, and I'm glad. So, of course, Erica is hightailing it out of there. She's telling everybody bye. A little awkward seeing Sutton. Well, Erica, I have a gift for you. Erica looked like she don't want nothing to do with Sutton now. Erica got some nerve trying to call anybody a rat or a coward. Like, you a liar and possibly a thief. But the jury's out on that, literally. So we see Erica get back into her car, driving herself, looking guilty as ever. And that's where the episode ends. Y'all, that was some good television. That was really good. I was like, wow. I have not seen like a scene like that since like season 3 and 4. Or even like the iconic dinner scene with like Yolanda in Amsterdam. And you know how else I knew this was a good episode? Not counting Garcelle's scene, there was only 2 scenes in this episode. Like with Dorit and then Kyle's dinner. Like it was just nothing but talking, but I was on the edge of my seat. Like, this is drama. Like, not drama. This was some high drama. This is the best franchise so far, with Potomac coming after that. Like, y'all, please let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now, like I said earlier, like yesterday, the news came out of what she spent the $20 million on. And at this point, it does not matter if she knew or not. Like, she needs to come up with that money to pay back. Like, she's liable. Like, even when all this shit hit the fan, like, I knew she wasn't going to go to jail, but she's definitely going to be broke. Broke. And with that, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Ooh, what an episode. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I might do a tall order. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm definitely doing a poly side eye, so look out for that. But I'll see y'all soon. Bye.